This is a very quick announcement. If you have installed Pytorch-Nightly on or between December 25th and December 30th, you should uninstall it immediately. If you have installed Pytorch-Nightly on your Linux machine using pip between December 25th and December 30th, please uninstall immediately, because there was one of the dependencies called Torch Triton got compromised. And how is it compromised and who are all affected, and that is what this video is going to be about. First of all, if you are using the regular PyTorch version, like if you have done pip install the normal PyTorch version, which is not the nightly version, you are not going to be affected by this. So the users of PyTorch stable packages are not affected by this issue. But who are all affected? If you are somebody who regularly installs Pytorch-Nightly package on your Linux machine, which means every software, or in this case PyTorch, has got a habit of releasing beta or nightly version to their users before it goes to the stable version. So this is like for enthusiasts, people who would like to try a lot of different things. So if you are somebody who has installed Pytorch nightly version on Linux computer via pip, then the problem is there was a dependency package called Torch Triton that got compromised on PyPi. To just quickly check, I'll link this link in the YouTube description so you can just copy paste the code and run it. If you want to check this whether you are affected by this issue, then you can just copy this and then run it and then check, because that is a malware. There is a malicious binary that gets executed from the Pytorch Triton package, and that is something that shouldn't ideally happen. So now what is the reason? The reason, you might find it very silly. Actually, what has happened is around 4:40 GMT on December 30th, the PyTorch team figured out that somebody random uploaded a package called Torch Triton to PyPi. Now what is PyPi? PyPi is the place where Python libraries are uploaded and we get installed from. When you install a package from pip install something, let's say pip install for example pandas, that pip install pandas actually gets pandas from the PyPi repository or PyPi code repository, and then it installs on your own computer. But the problem is, now what they were trying to install is the nightly package index. So there is a nightly package index, from that they were trying to install. But the pip statement, when you install pip, that has a precedence, and PyPi always takes the higher precedence, which means somebody very cleverly, cunningly, also to scam people or to run malicious software, to run malware, uploaded a library called Torch Triton on PyPi, which means instead of getting the Torch Triton from their Pytorch nightly package index, it is going to take the Torch Triton from PyPi. And that is a very big problem, because now anybody can use one of the dependencies and upload a package inside PyPi and then make that package get installed on your computer. And this is not a new issue. You can see that this is an age-old issue. So this issue, GitHub issue, was raised on 2020. And if you read this issue, you get to understand what is actually going on. So somebody has said, I provide a package XXX to the private repository of the company this. So there is a company for which this person has created a package, and there is a private repository. And then this person has given instructions on how to install this package, which is in this case is XXX. And ideally this is supposed to get installed from this private repository. I mean, that's how it is. The problem is, now if somebody adds a package with the same name, let's say XXX in this case, to the pypi.org, which is the PyPi package code repository, then the package that gets installed is not the one that this person provided to this company, but the malicious package, the package that is available in pypi.org. And that is a big security issue. And that's why you should always pay attention when your Python libraries are getting installed, especially for typo and other things. But now, having said that, this was an issue, and the PyTorch team found out, they informed. So to quickly summarize, if you have installed Pytorch nightly on Linux via pip between December 25th and 30th, please uninstall immediately and install the latest nightly browser binaries. Now what they have done as a next step, first they removed Torch Triton as a dependency from their nightly packages, and they created a new package. They used a new name as a dependency. You can see the new one here. Let me pull it. You can see that they renamed Torch Triton to Pytorch Triton. So there is something new. The next thing is they also registered a dummy package on PyPi in the same name so that somebody else cannot upload that package. I mean, this is quite clever. The next thing is all the nightly packages that depend on Torch Titan have been removed. And they have also reached out to the PyPi security team to get a proper ownership of this Torch Titan package and also to delete the malicious version. Now, these are the steps that they are taking to do mitigation. But as an end user, what we can do is sometimes we need to keep our eyes and ears open to know these kind of things. Like these kind of things can happen. Like Python packages are automatically verified. Like I also come from the R world where packages are manually verified, but in the Python world, packages are automatically verified, which means anybody can upload a library to the PyPi index. Like for example, you can go to PyPi, and you can search. Like for example, this is the torch written. So I can search for beautiful soup. The amount of libraries that you see in the name of beautiful soup is like astounding. You can see the number of libraries. Sometimes I think like the people had like movies, torrent, I don't know. So people had so many things inside this. So it's not like you cannot validate this very easily. So when you install something, please make sure that you give the right name that is given in the documentation. Just do not type anything that you see. The second thing is when you're trying to install a nightly version, or like if you're trying to install from your company, just while you're making that installation, make sure that it is installing the right version. Like just see from which code repository it is installing, so you get an idea that whether this dependency gets installed from, for example, your company's organization's private repository, or it gets installed from the PyPi index. I mean, it's not always possible to do this. I mean, nobody looks at it, but these are some steps that we can take to mitigate the issue. But as a package developer, I think they have taken enough or the right steps as next step to mitigate this kind of issue by registering a dummy package. I hope this was helpful to you. Please share this news with somebody who you know that they are PyTorch users. If you have any other question, let me know in the comment section. Otherwise, see you in the next video.